Hey guys, it's the 10th of June. Fucking falling asleep right now. It's like 11 p.m., but because for me, like I lived in Dubai for the last 7 days, it's like an hour later, I guess, jet lag. Now it's actually like 11:30 or something. I flew back. I'm in Israel right now, in my parents' house. As you can see, this is where it all started. Like this is the place. And I didn't record a video yesterday because I felt like complete shit. Like I think I had a fever or something, so I just fell asleep at like 10 or 11. Like one meal in the whole day yesterday. Just felt really bad for some reason. Yeah, so I didn't record the video, but basically yesterday I just spent the whole day in solitude in Dubai, just kind of walking around, working, and I went to Dubai Mall. I went to a luxury supercar dealership and looked at Bugattis and $3.6 million Mercedes CLS, I think it's called, and just a bunch of other cool cars. And I just like kind of explored the city. Went to the pool also. Had a nice session in the gym yesterday, and today woke up bright and early, flew over back to Israel because it does make more sense for me right now than staying in Dubai. I could have just skipped the flight and just not showed up. I did. I really, really, really considered it, but after talking to a friend of mine, Matthew, in the morning, started to understand that it makes more sense for me to actually fly here, like just financially, and just after just doing my own, just kind of thinking, because if I stayed there, I would have to spend another at least like $2,000 in an apartment plus food, so accommodation plus food plus entertainment, which is not necessary, but just accommodation and food together would be like $3,500 for like 3 weeks, which is ridiculous. So I chose to just fly back, and instead of just spending that money on accommodation and food, I invested it in my business. I have $50 in my bank account. I have an unlimited abundance of money, but yeah. Um, I basically just invested all of the money that I would have invested into accommodation and food. I put it all in my business and ordered stock with that money, which I feel like was definitely the right choice. I do not regret anything. So I'm here now. Um, my bag. I got this from my girlfriend from Dubai. Um, yeah, a bunch of stuff. The frequencies are so fucking bad in this apartment, bro. It's crazy. But I'm gonna get into that in a little bit. Definitely been a life changing experience living in Dubai for 7 days. At 17 years old, alone. I have driven 2 supercars. I didn't drive the third one. I said it multiple times. My goal is to drive 3 supercars, and I really aimed for it, but it did not work out because I was supposed to rent one. Actually, I was supposed to rent the GT3 RS, but it just didn't work out with that person. So that's fine. I'm not really too worried about it. It happened for a reason. I mean, it didn't happen for a reason. So I got to save that money and put more into business. Maybe that's why that wasn't meant to happen. Not sure. Maybe some crash. We would like get in an accident or something. So I'm happy that this did not happen, and I'm sure there's a reason for it. The third supercar. But yeah, other than that, it just really opened my eyes on a lot of things. Being in Dubai, surrounded by luxury, and being the smallest fish in the pond for a week. It just really opened my eyes on a lot of things. Like you just really get to see wealth, like real wealth, not just like someone showing off in the fucking AMG or BMW 5M. Like, bro, these cars are just fucking cheap. After being in Dubai for a week and seeing that every second person owns a new G-Wagon, fucking Brabus, Bullet, you just like kind of understand that all this shit is just nothing. It's super cheap, and you deserve better, and that what you were told and made believe like that having a BMW makes you like successful or something like that. You just understand that it's bullshit, and you're just like everyone else there. If you have a BMW, you're worse than everyone else. If you have a BMW in Dubai, you're like average 9 to 5 guy. If you have a Lambo, you're like doing okay. If you have a Bugatti with a good number plate, you're doing really good, you know. It's all like a status game. But it's not about that. It's just like, it really just, my point is it really opened my eyes on like wealth and um, how insignificant like a lot of these things are. And I'm trying to put it into words. It's just like for some reason hard for me to express. It's like, um, it's just like, it really shows that it's possible because everybody around you has it and you're no different from them. You see that it's real people just like you, and they all have these cars. A lot of the times they're actually even stupider than you, and they have better car, a better house, and all that stuff. Could be rented. Most of them were rented. Like just me alone, I drove 2 rented supercars in there, so I would assume a lot of people do the same, but many of them are owned by people that drive them. So yeah, really like just shows you what's possible, and removes the limits that you set on your beliefs, like on the goals and everything. Like you're just you just always thought that a BMW is good, and so you just limit yourself to, okay, I'm gonna have a BMW in 2 years. That's my goal. But after visiting Dubai, you're gonna be like, BMW is not shit. I'm gonna get a Koenigsegg in 2 years. That's the kind of mindset. It's just an arbitrary example, obviously, but that's just trying to help you understand what it helped me achieve, and I feel like that's important. Understanding that it's possible, and seeing it live. You know, I never saw a Bugatti in my life before visiting Dubai, and I saw 4 different Bugattis in Dubai. 3 Chirons and a Bugatti. It was a Actually, I'm not even sure. A brand new one, like Tourbillon or whatever it's called. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one, but yeah, it's like pretty good, and just like made me reconsider a lot of things, you know, being there. I'm still not 100% sure whether I want to live there or not. I will definitely come back sometime soon just to lock in there because it's just so easy to live there, bro. Like, you just get an apartment and you just get all of your stuff delivered to your doorstep with Careem. I'd never had that luxury here in Israel or back in Russia. Like, I had kind of like a similar thing in Russia, in Moscow, because I was located really well, but here in Israel, logistics are horrible. There's no good services. It takes a while. Everything is expensive for no reason, and it's just shit. Like, you have to go out of your house and walk somewhere to pick up your home food delivery. It's retarded. Out there, you know, you order something, 20 minutes later, an Indian guy knocks on your door, gives you your stuff, and you're happy, and he's happy. Boom, easy. And it's also cheaper than in Israel, which is crazy. Like, I get way better service, I get a better life, and I spend less money. Like, relative to what I get. Like, if I rented the same apartment, the same shit apartment I have here, I would pay even less than I pay in Israel. What I don't pay, like my parents pay, obviously it's their house, but like if I were to rent this, it would be cheaper in Dubai, which is ridiculous. But that's just because Israel is like the third world's most expensive country. So yeah, it's just crazy, bro. It just makes so much sense for me to live there, I feel like. But at the same time, there's the ugly part of Dubai. Like, I didn't like a lot of things also. I don't like the whole tax thing. I don't like how you're just gonna get trapped there. If you open a company and you start making money, you can't really get it out of the country unless you pay taxes on it. And I feel like they're trying to build up like this whole bubble, and then they're gonna increase the taxes, and then they're gonna fuck everyone over, and people are gonna be just stuck there and have to pay taxes that the Dubai Dubai sets. So like they can just raise it to 30% now, and all of these, you know, entrepreneurs, like the fucking 25,000 entrepreneurs that moved there in 2025, they're all gonna have to pay it, and they're gonna be just forced to do so. And yeah, my friend said this today. They're just gonna pull a rug pull and fucking every entrepreneur in Dubai, which like I'm not sure about that. Obviously, I, you know, don't have any information. Who am I to even like speculate in these things? But yeah, it's just like a little sus, you know, what's going on with the whole tax system and the amount of money they allow to flow in. You know, they were listed as a gray area country for a little bit recently, Dubai. And also like the bad association that you get when you move to Dubai. Like, I don't really care that much, but it's just there also, part of it, because I have a little bit of a social presence, and when you live in Dubai, people look at you as a little bit of like a shady guy, you know. It's like there's a lot of bad actors. So I'm really not sure if I want to live there like for years, or even set up my company there, because I'm kind of worried about the bubble thing, and that it's just gonna burst and they're gonna increase the tax rates, and also the association and all that stuff. But just like as a place to lock in for like 2-3 months, I think it's pretty good. Like maybe I'm gonna do that, because I just need to find a place somewhere. I can't be traveling anymore. I fucking can't afford, not financially, but like just in terms of time. I can't be in my parents' house because the frequencies here are so ridiculously low. And if no offense to my parents, like it's you know, it's a great house and everything, great household, but bro, like it's just stagnation. Like that's what I feel when I enter this house, when I enter this fucking neighborhood, or even this country. Like it's ridiculous. Everywhere I look, it's just like a person that's just content. Like, okay, I have a 9 to 5, and I will have the same job in 25 years from now, and I'm only gonna get like a 10% job, a wage increase, and I'm happy with that. And I have 2 kids, and they go to the school around the corner, you know, and they're happy with that, and I'm totally respect that. But it's just like stagnation in my eyes, and I just can't live here. While in Dubai, it's completely opposite. This is like a pond with like stagnant water, and it just like turns into dirt and mud, and it's like nasty. But in Dubai, the water is like, it's like a river. It flows, you know. Everything is clear. Water is clear because it's not stagnant. It just flows. It's like a complete opposite of what it is like here. You know, maybe it's just because of my neighborhood also, but yeah, that's just what I feel like. So I definitely don't have enough information to make this decision to settle in anywhere. You know, I only left the country of Israel once in the last 3.5+ years, and it's like this Dubai trip. That's it. That's all I know. Dubai and Israel right now. So I do need to visit more countries, but like I said, I can't really afford to do so because I need to lock in now. I can't spend any more time traveling, bro, because it affects my routines. So I want to just rent a place there. This is what I'm thinking about right now. Rent a place there for 2-3 months and just live there. And just work like 12 to 15 hours every day. Maybe go out sometimes on the weekends to like Dubai Mall, to the restaurant, whatever, and just chill out for a little bit. Not chill out. I mean like lock in there for a little bit, like at least a few months, and then for Q4, it's gonna be perfect positioning because every entrepreneur is gonna come around to Dubai, and I'm gonna know, like I'm gonna have some connections by that point if I move now, and it's gonna be nice. And yeah, I can temporarily set up the company there, and then I think it's possible to withdraw the money. There's a way, like, but like, it's not, I don't think you can do it more than once, withdrawing the money from Dubai. I'm really not sure about the whole setup, but I know that it's possible to do, to like make some money there and then legally withdraw it to a different country. I know that it's possible, but yeah, I've also been really heavily looking into the whole tax systems thing and trying to find out the best ways for me to position myself in the right country for taxes and everything, because Dubai seems appealing at first, right? Only 9% corporate tax rate and 0% income tax rate, but if you really think about it, you can't really pay yourself out $2 million a month in profit as an income tax, because they're gonna see it as fishy. If not now, like later on, eventually they will kind of pursue you for that, because it's not normal if you pay yourself in like a normal position a salary of $2 million a month as income tax, as salary, to avoid paying corporate tax. So I feel like that's not really a long-term scalable strategy, and I don't feel like that's nice and worth pursuing. So 9% also, it's like not much, it's good, but at the same time you can't take any money out of the country in Dubai. That's the way it's structured. You can only buy stuff like property and cars and whatever in Dubai. If you want to buy something outside of the country, you're gonna have to pay taxes on that money, which is retarded. So it's like there's no point pretty much. So unless you buy stuff in Dubai, you're essentially gonna still pay taxes the same way you would anywhere else in the world. So there's definitely smarter ways to do this stuff. And also, like I said before, there's the whole like risk of being rug pulled by UAE, with them just increasing taxes to the tax rate to like 30%, and then you're kind of like just stuck. Like you either pay 30%, or you're gonna have to leave and pay taxes in a different country, which is also fucked up. So yeah, you're gonna be just fucked. So I don't really want that to happen to me, but I'm still like investigating, and I'm trying to find the best way possible to set this up. If you have someone, someone that has a system for taxes, or that personally, please message me on Discord or Twitter or wherever. I would really appreciate that. And so that's kind of what I've been looking into. Just like a lot of other stuff as well, like reflection. I feel like I've worked a lot less this last week in Dubai, and that not that specifically, but more so my mindset about it affected my workflow in the past week, and my actually outcome in my business negatively. I projected to do a lot more in revenue than I did. I didn't do bad. Actually, I did, like, compared to what I projected to do, I did do bad in the last week. I'm not going to say any numbers because I'm not attached to them at all. But, like, it's not because it's, like, not enough money. Like, some people will consider what I made in the last week while being in Dubai a really good amount of money, but I am not going to mention it. So, yeah. Which I don't like at all. I don't feel like I was locked in there. I was like working, but I was working on other things. Like I was meeting people and networking and like growing like as a person and exploring and vlogging, which the vlog is gonna come out soon and stuff. But I wasn't really like focused on my bread and butter, I was focused on other things, because it's like hard to really focus on anything there. It's so like the environment is just like designed in a way to distract you. I feel like a little bit. It's like crazy, but it's possible. It's possible to lock in, and that's why I'm saying that I might come there again soon and just like rent a high-rise apartment and just good Wi-Fi speed, order DoorDash, or what it's called, Kareem there, like DoorDash alternative in Dubai, and just every single day just stay there, 15 hours work. That's it. Go to the gym in the morning in the same building, go to the pool, go to the sauna. That's it. That's all you need. And then one time per month, like rent a supercar and meet up with friends. That's it. Done. And live that life for like 3 months, and you're gonna grow exponentially. You're gonna grow like crazy, and then time it perfectly with Q4, and you will like network really well. And yeah, but that's like just something that I've been thinking about. I'm not really sure if I will do that. But yeah, I flew back to Israel because it just makes more sense for my company right now. And I will spend at least, I don't know if I will be able to, but I think I might spend 10 days here, which is fucking crazy, bro. I just can't with these frequencies, with the energy. It's getting to me, and I just feel sick, bro. Like, it's not even like mentally, it's like physically, bro. I sneezed like at least 30 times since I came home like 10 hours ago. Like, it's just like I'm allergic to something here. I don't understand what it is. I just feel bad, like, bro, the food, the water is like all bad. Like I don't like it at all, bro. I deserve so much better. And again, no offense to my parents, like they're doing their best obviously, but I will allow them to just have so much better with the amount of money that I will be making. They will understand that this is nothing, and it's really bad. And I see this right now. This is so bad, and both me and my family deserve so much better than this life. So I just can't even tolerate it, bro. Like, after being in Dubai, and I feel like ever since I started traveling around different places, I just every time I came back home and lived here for a little bit, I saw it more and more, like how bad it is here. First time was 14th of April, my 1 year anniversary with my girlfriend. I lived for 3 days, 2 nights in a different city with her. It was a beachfront apartment, nice view, high rise, and overlooking, like, you could see the sea and the sunset and everything. It was like really high, really nice, surrounded by luxury and everything, really high status people. and I lived there for 3 days, and then I came back home and I realized how shit it is. But that was like the first step. It was like only 3 days, right? And it was back in April. And then I lived here for another 2 months or a month and a half, and then the whole June I spent in solitude almost the whole month in my own apartment, which I rented for the whole month, 17, and I lived alone in a different city from my parents and my girlfriend, from everyone I know here in the country. And I lived there, and it was way better, the apartment. The quality of life was better. It's also a beachfront. You have sunset every single day. You know, you see the sea out the window, like marble floors, like beautiful apartment, brand new, renovated, you know. Awesome place. And then I came back home after that for 4 days before flying to Dubai, and I realized how shit it is, bro. I couldn't even tolerate it back then. But now, after I also flew to Dubai for a week and lived in even more luxury there and came back here now, bro, it's like getting worse every single time. Like, I look at this place and I just, again, no offense to my parents, but it's just like, it's not their fault. I'm not blaming them at all, but it's just like the frequencies, the energy, the whole, like, everything about it, just, I can't tolerate it. And that's why I'm saying maybe I'm not gonna even be able to spend 10 days here, bro. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Fucking buy tickets urgently for like 2 days. I don't know. In 2 days from now, I don't know. The reason I want to spend exactly 10 days here is that I turn 18 on the 19th of July, which is 9 days from now, and then I can fly away the day after that, because it's just less headache. When you're 17, you're flying alone, they ask you to pay them like $100 for an escort that's gonna like help you out, and it's just like a pain in the ass. They ask you a lot of questions and they just hold you there for a long time. It's just like, you know, I would rather just be 18 and kind of like bypass all that shit. But if that's what it takes, me waiting and paying a little more to avoid low frequencies, maybe if it gets to that point, I will do it like earlier than 10 days from now, because I already kind of fucking hate it and I've only been here for 10 hours. But I will do my best to really focus here, eliminate all the distractions, and just work here in this crazy environment for at least 15 hours a day. Not at least, like at least 10 to 15 hours a day here in this apartment, which is retarded, but I will do my best. And I know that it's possible. It's retarded and hard with this energy. It's not hard, it's just retarded. But I know that it's possible, and I can do it. It's just way easier to do in other places where energy is better, but I can do it here too. I know I have in the past, and I will again. You know, but yeah. So a bunch of shit happened basically, and yeah, today I just flew back here. I worked for a few hours here and there. No crazy focus session because of the flights and because of the family reunion and all that shit. Like, but mainly it's my fault, honestly. I need to take charge for this shit. I only worked for like 4 hours today, maybe. If you include like reflection and all that stuff, it's actually more, obviously, like 5 or 6, but maybe 7. But like, if you just include bare work, like me messaging someone on WhatsApp or being in a call with a business partner, like stuff like that, it's only like 4 hours today, which is pretty bad. Maybe actually 5. Yeah, just bare work, but it's still really, really bad. So I don't like it at all, but it was kind of expected with the flight and everything. So starting from tomorrow, I will be back in sort of like my routine a little bit. I'll wake up early and start working on stuff for the whole day. And yeah, I think I went over everything. Can't wait to be back in Dubai, bro. Or just at least somewhere else, bro. It doesn't even matter where, to be honest. It's like I want to be somewhere else. Just not here. But yeah, if you guys know someone that knows tax laws, stuff like that, like the best place to be located in, let me know, please. Or if you know that, I would really appreciate if you just contact me. And yeah, thank you for watching. This was recap for June 10th and June 9th, and this is the 34th and 35th, I think, day. Building a $150,000 a month TikTok shop. 17 years old. Yeah. Peace out.